You've heard it before. Details matter. The devil's in the details. The details of a forensic scene can win or lose you a case. And in the forensics at the Moselle Ranch, where the Murdaugh family was killed, man, is there a story there. The trouble is I just can't figure it out. You got Maggie Murdaugh face down on the ground, shot 5 times. You got Paul Murdaugh face down on the ground, shot twice, 30 yards away from each other, mom and son, dying like that, near the dog kennels and the storage room. But the shots come from all different directions. And even though you see that line drawing, they were face down on their own hands. There's one person I know can make more sense of it than me, and it's Joseph Scott Morgan, because he's a certified death investigator, a forensic analyst, and a distinguished scholar of this stuff. Applied forensics, Jacksonville State University. All right, Joseph Scott Morgan, when you see all of those details, what story does it tell you?
It was a frenzied, kind of frenetic event when you've got evidence that's spread out over this, I wouldn't say a widespread, but it's significant in the distance. You mentioned the distance between Paul's remains and Maggie's remains, and that plays a part in this. It really goes to the idea of, you begin to think, was someone taken unawares and another person walked up on this? When you begin to think about this, you talked about the reaction that a mother might have to seeing her son being shot. Is she going to advance on the shooter because she knows where her son is, or is she going to flee? And you look at the dynamics, particularly in Maggie's injuries, they're kind of dispersed over her remains. You've got a couple of wounds that are involving one of her extremities, her upper extremity, her arm. She's got a transecting wound that kind of goes across her torso. And there's another one in the leg. And then we've got these two that are in the back of her head, essentially, but they're oriented in different manners. Now, keep in mind, and I'll say this, we haven't seen the actual official autopsy report. So the dynamics of this are not quite clear. And I don't know that we'll ever necessarily know the order, but I do know this. I know that this was not something that was in a static, standstill kind of position. This was something that involved quite a bit of movement.
So, everyone's trying to theorize what happened here. Did a dad really just plan to take out half of his family and leave his other son to be traumatized for the rest of his life? Because that's hard to imagine. But then other people say, well, what if he wanted to kill his wife and had no idea that his son was there, turned around, shot who he thought was coming up behind him, and lo and behold, it was his son? Like, does the forensic layout at all suggest that could have happened?
Possibly. What's really, kind of the fly in the ointment with this case is the fact that we've got two shoulder fired or long arms. It's not like we have a pistol and a rifle or a pistol and a shotgun. You're talking about somebody that would have to transition from either a shotgun to a rifle or vice versa. And that is atypical, Ashleigh. Okay, so you begin to think about that, but I'm gonna give you something here that I don't know that anybody else has mentioned in this case. You know how we talked about the T-shirt that has been essentially rendered kind of useless, according to some people. You know what we haven't talked about?
Pants.
Alex Murdaugh.
Pants. I wondered about the GSR, the gunshot residue. Yeah.
And let me break this down to you from a clinical standpoint and why this is significant. We do have 2 weapons that are involved. Keep that in mind. 2 separate types of ammunition in the shotgun alone. I don't know that much about the rifle because they haven't really released, but this is what's unique. You think, sometimes they'll say that GSR is not very definitive, that it's fragile, all those sorts of things. You can get false positives many times, but here's the trick. It's implied that these weapons were fired multiple times. You've got the rifle, presumably, that was fired maybe 5 times, shotgun twice. You're going to have something left. Now, this is the key. Did the police get there in time enough to sequester this guy and prevent him from wiping or washing his hands off? And then Did they have enough presence of mind to get him back to a controlled area and do the swabbing on his hands? And why this is significant is follows. Each one of those bits of ammunition has a distinctive chemical signature. So you've got the primer strike, which initiates the blast, that blows back onto the hands. Then you've got the propellant that's coming out of the end of the weapon. You've got the smoke. You can actually have particulate lead that'll get on there too. So we've heard a lot about the shirt. Haven't heard anything about the hands. I'm waiting on that.
But we're going to. You know we're going to. And so you're going to come back. We're going to have a way bigger conversation about GSR, gunshot residue, because that's the thing that, you know, Phil Spector, he washed it all away, and still they got him. So Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.